to take the attendance in Bella. So I give you like around 1 to 2 minutes to go to Bella to take your attendance. Okay, so today I would like to continue the class to the hazardous waste management, which is the last topic of this course. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. Okay, so what is hazardous waste? So based on PP number 18 in the year of 1999, hazardous waste atau limbah B3 ya itu diartikan sebagai sisa suatu usaha dan atau kegiatan yang mengandung bahan berbahaya ya atau beracun yang karena sifat atau konsentrasinya, jadi bisa karena sifat, konsentrasi atau jumlahnya, baik secara langsung maupun tidak langsung, itu dapat mencemarkan dan merusak lingkungan hidup atau juga bisa membahayakan lingkungan hidup, kesehatan, kelangsungan hidup manusia serta makhluk hidup yang lain. Okay, so every waste that contains hazardous components is classified as hazardous waste. Okay, so there are 10 classifications of hazardous waste, which figures are attached in the slide. So for the first figure here, so it's the oxidizing materials. So these materials do not easily burn, but it is easily oxidized, which can induce the ignition of the other components. Okay, and then the second is usually for the gases or the pressurized liquids. Yeah, so it is usually for gases and liquids under pressure. And then the third figure here is for the materials that may cause serious health illness, particularly on the respiratory system. And then the fourth figure here is for the material that may cause irritations or health illness during contact, as well as serious damage to the ozone layer. Okay. And then the fifth one here is for the poison or toxic materials. So these materials, if ingested, can cause serious illness or even death. And sometimes it can also cause cystic cancer, birth defects, and also other chronic problems. And then the sixth classification here is for flammable materials. So it can be burned under a certain condition. Yeah. And then explosive. Yeah. So instead of only flammable, it's also may react violently and it can explode. Yeah, when exposed to heat or other substances. Okay, and then the eighth classification is corrosive. So this material can eat away or it can corrode the other substances, including the living tissues. Yeah. And then the next one is the radioactive. So the materials with radioactive logo may cause illness if not shielded properly, or if the shield breaks down due to improper disposal. Yeah, and then the last is biohazardous or infectious. Yeah, usually it's for medical waste. So this material may pass on diseases. Yeah. So as a note for you, so no household item should contain these symbols. Yeah, because it can infect. Yeah, it may infect the. It may infect the humans. Yeah. Okay. So these are the 10 classifications of the hazardous waste. So maybe the question that may pop up now is how to treat the hazardous waste. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this one sentence. Yeah. So actually, you can see these 10 classifications of the hazardous materials in the MSDS, which stands for Material Safety Data Sheet. So this MSDS is important usually for you to know whether the chemicals that you work with has the hazardous effect on you, yeah, or on the environment. Okay. Okay, so back to the questions. Yeah, how to treat the hazardous waste. Yeah, so there are two treatment pathways. Wait for a moment. Okay, so there are two treatment pathways to treat this type of hazardous waste. So the on-site treatment and also go to the next, and the off-site treatments. Okay, so for the on-site treatment, it will be treated right after discharge. Yeah. However, this on-site treatment is rare to find in the industries since if we want to treat hazardous waste, we have to receive a government permissions, which is very difficult. And also we have to pay a lot of money to get the permits. Yeah. So the most commonly used treatment here is by sending the hazardous waste from the industries to the official hazardous waste treatment facilities. Yeah, so usually every industrial estate atau kawasan industri ya have their own facilities and it's already have a government permission usually. Yeah. Then we can transport our industry's waste there. However, there are several precautions that should be taken during the storage and also transportations so that it will not contaminate the environment, yeah, during the storage or the transportation. Okay. And then the treatment of the hazardous waste or hazardous materials can be classified into three: physical and chemical treatment, and then biological treatment, and also thermal treatment. Yeah. So almost all of the methods have been discussed previously in the class. Yeah. Only solidification and stabilizations, yeah, that will be discussed today. Okay. So what is stabilization and what is solidification? Yeah, I think it's already straightforward, yeah, based from the term that is used. Now, okay, so for stabilization, it converts hazardous waste, yeah, from the unstabilized state into a more stable form. Yeah, we can use several techniques, including chemical reaction, and then adsorption or ion exchange. Yeah. Okay. While solidifications, yeah, is used to treat the waste, yeah, by solidifying. I think it's somewhere here. Okay. Wait a minute, there is some cats invaded my area. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so solidifications, I will repeat again. Solidifications is used to treat the waste by solidifying. Yeah, solidifications is generally used after stabilization. Yeah, and the types of solidifications include, we can use cement, we can use lime or limestone, we can use thermoplastic materials or thermosetting polymers. Yeah, to solidify the hazardous waste. Okay, so for example, yeah, if we have liquid waste, yeah, containing heavy metals, then first we can stabilize it, yeah, by adding another chemicals to precipitate, yeah, the components, yeah, to precipitate the heavy metals, and then, or we can use adsorption, yeah, to absorb the heavy metals from the liquid waste, yeah, and then we can remove the solid part by filtration, and then the remaining cake, yeah, then can be solidified, yeah, either using cement or limestone, or you can use plastics, yeah, and can be used for construction materials, yeah, or maybe before solidifications, we can just directly discharge it to the landfills. Yeah. So basically, the aim of the two techniques here, let me erase it first. Yeah, basically the aim of these two techniques, yeah, is to reduce the potential leaching, yeah, by converting the pollutants into a less toxic form, and then decrease the water or free liquid, yeah, by solidification, and then improve the handling and physical characteristics of the waste. Yeah, these two techniques can be considered as a pre-landfill treatments. Yeah. Okay, so that's for the treatment of the hazardous waste materials, and maybe some other questions may come out. Yeah, so if we have the hazardous waste, yeah, that has already contaminated the environment, yeah, how to detoxify? Yeah, we will discuss 3 detoxification methods today, yeah, which includes soil vapor extraction or SVE, and then bioremediation and bioventing. So this is how to detoxify the hazardous waste from the soil. Yeah. Okay, so first we go to SVE or soil vapor extraction. Okay, okay. Yeah, so for SVE, it uses vacuum pressure that is generated by the pump to extract VOC, yeah, such as organic solvents, hydrocarbons, and also moisture, yeah, from the soils. Yeah, the extracted components, yeah, so after it extracts, yeah, the volatile organic components and moisture, yeah, it will be transferred to the vapor water separator, yeah, and then it will be treated above the ground, yeah, so both vapor and water phase will be treated above ground accordingly, yeah. Nah, so let me erase the thing first. Okay, so the process, yeah, first the vacuum is introduced into the soil, yeah, in which the VOC and also moisture will be extracted to the extraction well. So we call this as an extraction well. And then the extract, yeah, will be expanded, yeah, into in the water vapor separator, yeah, to separate the liquid phase, which is usually water, from the volatile organic components, yeah, and then the liquid phase and then the gas phase, yeah, that is resulted from the separator will be treated separately and accordingly, yeah, and then sorry, okay, yeah, so maybe for the water phase treatment, yeah, we can follow. It depends on the characteristic of the liquid water that is resulted. So if it still contain the VOC, then maybe we can use the sedimentation, or we can use the evaporation. We can use the other treatments that has been discussed previously in the wastewater treatment. Well, for the vapor phase, we can also check again the characteristic of the vapor phase, and then we can use several methods that has been discussed in the air pollutions. Yeah. Okay, and then this is the first methods to detoxify the soil. And then the second methods, we call it bioremediation. So this is the most commonly used method for soil detoxification. Yeah, so the principle of this method is to add the microorganism into the soil, and then we alter the environmental condition, yeah, by aiding the nutrients, oxygens, vitamins, and others, yeah, to stimulate the growth of the microorganisms that we have aided. Yeah, and this microorganism, yeah, it will degrade the target pollutants in the soil. The process mostly involves the redox reaction. So while the substance like the hydrocarbon or other organic substrate will be reduced, yeah, the substances like chlorinated solvents, metals, perchlorate, nitrate, propellant will be oxidized. Yeah. Yeah, so the procedures, yeah, goes like this. Yeah, so first we add the microorganism, nutrients, oxygens into the soil. Yeah, through the injection wells. Yeah, so this is the injection wells. And then the microorganism will start to degrade the pollutants in the soil. And then we also install the monitoring wells, yeah, to check on the biodegradation levels. Yeah. And then we also installed another wells. We call it extraction wells. Yeah, it is to extract back the microorganism and also nutrients to be recycled back into the injection wells. Yeah. After several recycles, sometimes we have to add more microorganisms or nutrients to make up the amount. Yeah. So these are the procedure, the steps, yeah, for the bioremediation. Okay, and then the last method is bioventing. Yeah, so it is actually a modification, yeah, of bioremediation, since several research stated that the rate of degradation is very much dependent on the oxygen amount rather than the nutrient amount. Yeah, so instead of adding both nutrient and oxygen into the soil, like bioremediations, bioventing only add oxygen. Yeah, so it only injecting air. Yeah, we do not add any nutrient. Yeah, we do not add any microorganism into the soil. Yeah, instead we use the microorganism that is already exists, yeah, in the soil. Yeah, so basically we only add air. Yeah. Okay, so the disadvantage of this method, yeah, it is not applicable to high moisture soil, since high moisture soil usually requires a higher concentration of nutrient, yeah, as compared to the one with lower moisture. Yeah, and since we do not add any nutrients, so it will become the drawback of the bioventing techniques. Yeah. So the procedure, yeah, starts with the air injection. Yeah, so the air is injected via the injection well to the contaminated soil, where the microorganism that is already existed in the soil will start to biodegrade the pollutants to become a vapor or gas. And then, similar to the bioremediations, yeah, there is an extraction well here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. Yeah, there is an extraction well, yeah, where the air and also the other resulting gases is extracted, and then it will be treated above the ground. Yeah. And then there are also two monitoring systems, 1, 2, yeah, that is installed in the bioventing system, which are the soil gas monitoring system, yeah, which is used to check on the degradation level. Yeah, so the soil gas monitoring, yeah, is to check or assess, yeah, the biodegradation level. Yeah, while the other monitoring system, we call it as a surface monitoring system, is to ensure there is no leak. Yeah, there is no leakage. Yeah, there is no gaseous emissions that is released to the surrounding air. Yeah. Okay, so I have mentioned all the steps here in the slide for bioventing. Okay, so any questions about this hazardous waste management topic? It is a very short topic. Any questions for this? You can just directly unmute yourself and just talk, or you can use chat. Yeah. Okay, so there are two types of treatment. Yeah, I will repeat several points. I want to stress out several points here. There are two treatment. Yeah, on-site and off-site treatment. On-site means that we directly treat the hazardous waste after it is discharged, while on-site treatment is we send it outside, to the official facilities. Yeah, and usually for every single industrial estate, there will have one official hazardous waste facilities, treatment facilities. And then there are also three types of treatments, physical and chemical treatments, thermal treatments, and also biological treatments to treat the hazardous waste. While the other we have discussed in the previous classes, only solidification and stabilizations that we discussed today, right? And then the last point is there are three techniques, to detoxify the soil, from the hazardous waste materials, which are bioremediations, bioventing, and SVE, soil vapor extraction. Okay, so any questions regarding this topic? Okay, seems like not. I do not see any questions. So if not, then you may go to Bella. There is one link there that will direct you to the Google form. Please work on the assignment. The submission due time will be today at 5 p.m. sharp. And also there will be quiz next week, with the topic, including all parts after midterm. So air pollution, solid waste management, first and second part, and then hazardous waste management that we discussed today. And I may or may not ask about one of your review papers. So please be prepared and read all the 7 papers that I shared in Bella. Okay. If there is no more questions, then I will end the class now. Thank you very much and see you next time.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Thank you.